Welcome back to the channel, YouTube gang. We back up in here. I had to start this thing a little early, man. I felt like 6 was a little too late. Um, I know everybody probably getting off work or whatever the case may be, but I wanted to do it early, man. I had to get this thing out the way early, so we all know from what the title is saying, man. What the is going on, man? What's going on at Georgia? I know for the most part, a lot of people is probably glad about what's going on with Carson Beck. Everybody that watch my channel know that I'm a fan. Um, know that I was standing behind Carson no matter what, but he is entering the transfer portal, man. This is it's crazy to me. I don't understand it. Like, maybe once, probably like later next week, sometime next week, or maybe even during the weekend, we get to see what's actually going on, what's actually happening with Carson Beck and his choice to enter his name in the transfer portal. Like I say, a lot of people is glad about it, man. I got the call in number up there for anybody that want to call in and talk to your boy about what's going on. I mean, my thing is too, like Armando TV, he had spoke on it. Armando TV spoke on it up under my my what you call it, man. Damn, I can't even think right now. I was outside, damn, putting in my wife battery, man. So my mind is so gone. But anyway, he commented under my scheduled time to do this live, and he, said a few things. Let me see. Let me go read it real quick. He on live now. He stole my idea. Armando Black TV, you stole my idea about this topic now. Nah, I'm just playing. But let me read what he said. Let me read what he said. Where we at? Damn, I had it up there earlier. So yeah, Armando Black TV had commented to my what did he say? Oh, he was like, "Bye, Felicia. Non-mobile quarterbacks are a liability in today's college football," which is true. I agree with him. I told him, I said, Armando Black TV, you're right. I say it all the time, but I take his experience with the weapons we gonna have next season over Gunner any day. Also, Carson's inability to be mobile was never our issue, right or wrong. Now I could be wrong, but I think that I'm right. Like his inability to be able to be like a mobile style quarterback, that wasn't the issue at Georgia. That when he was at Georgia. Not at all. It just wasn't, like, you know what I mean? Even with Gunner, like they wasn't even allowing him to use his legs as much in the playoff game, and I'm just judging off of the playoff game, because I mean we only seen him in the half of the Texas game, and we seen him the full game in the playoffs versus Notre Dame. But in my opinion, I feel like Carson, his inability to be able to run wasn't the problem. But I do agree with Mondo TV. This is not the time to be having a pocket passer quarterback. I say this all the time. This ain't nothing new. I talk about this all the time. You know what I mean? So it is true. Like I say, a lot of people glad that he gone. A lot of people glad that about this whole situation. But I would take his experience over Gunner Stockton any day. So if you feel like talking, if y'all, if you feel like talking Cujo, I'm not surprised, to be honest. Carson Beck boosts his draft stock. I'd go to Ohio State if I was him with those elite receivers they have. Yeah, man. Me personally, I would have stayed at Georgia, but because with the weapons that we gonna have, like we are Noah Thompson, what's his name, Zachariah Bryant. You still got Dylan Bell. I think those in the freshmen that's coming in, I think we got a pretty decent wide receiver core, and for him to come back another season and start for us again, I think that would have been a good thing. Like I said, his legs was not the problem. It wasn't the problem in 2023, and it wasn't the problem this season. The problem this season was the drop passes and the bad decision making he was making, throwing some of those interceptions. But like I say, I know a lot of people don't like Carson Beck. I get it. I understand. It is what it is. But I feel like Carson Beck was a good quarterback. I feel like he made some NFL throws. I don't think nothing that Carson did of like really like I talk about it all the time. Carson Beck threw multiple interceptions and still beat teams over 30 points. So that tells me something, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Cujo, the man threw multiple interceptions in like 4 or 5 games and still beat teams, you know what I mean, over 30 points. So come on, man. If Carson goes to Miami, then he's the biggest simp in the world. LOL. Yeah, I know, right? I don't know, man. I think a lot of people just got some bad vibes about Carson, and it only started this season. Like, it started this season. I don't understand why, though. I understand the interceptions in multiple games, but, bro, like, how is that enough for people to be like, oh, bye, Felicia? Like, damn. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we got our standards set super high. We really do. Like, because this guy, in my opinion, I mean, everybody talked about it. Aaron Rodgers, you know what I'm saying, Paul Feinbaum, everybody know that Carson Beck was a good quarterback. Everybody knows this. It's just our fan base is the one going at his neck at this point or ready for him to go. But everybody else knows that Carson Beck was a good quarterback. It's just he just had an off season. He made some bad decisions with having wide receivers that were consistently dropping the ball. We tend to X out that. We tend to just, X out the fact that our wide receivers weren't hardly doing shit, and we just focus on Carson Beck. Like, it's just like, it worries me sometimes, man. It worries me that, how we are when it comes to our quarterbacks. Since we did the same thing with Stetson Bennett. I talked about that also. We did the same damn thing when it came to Stetson Bennett, man. We dogged him out because he wasn't doing the best that we thought he should be doing. He wasn't doing as we expected, but he turned it around in 2021, 2022. Now everybody on his job. Even to this day, now everybody on his job, But I don't know, man. I really feel like, I didn't like that move, but, everybody talking about boosting his draft stock, which is cool for him, but I didn't like that move. Maybe Carson just don't want to play with Bobo no more because the wide receiver room is tons better. Yeah, man. I like I said, hopefully, because it's Thursday today, so hopefully by tomorrow or next week we get to see something different. Like, hopefully we get to hear about why he chose to make that decision. I really want to know why he chose. He's the only player that I really want to know why he chose to make that decision. Like, he's the only player, because it's just confusing to me. And like you basically say on your Instagram that you're going into the NFL draft, then you don't say that you're not, and then all of a sudden they saying that you're entering the transfer portal. So I'm like, wow, like, what the hell is going on with this situation? I never seen nobody, take back their decision to go into the NFL and then transfer to another program just for one season. Like, that threw me off right there. Buck probably didn't trust Bobo anymore because he got him injured. I know his girl lives in Miami. Hey, man, you never know. He might be following her. Main C, what's up with you? I think he already I think he knows already gonna take his position. He won't be ready to throw until miss something. Now that's a good Main C. Now that's a good opinion on the situation. Like, that might be, what it is. That might be what he doing. That's true. I think he knows already gonna take his position. He won't be ready to throw until midsummer. Now that sounds like a good observation of the situation. Because at the end of the day, I just was confused on what the hell was going on. I'm like, Carson Beck, this guy loves Georgia. Why would he? I said, okay. But if he decides to go to Miami because of his girl, it is what it is. I'm not going to criticize him for that. I think he's going to be a dog wherever he at, because at the end of the day, the dude is a NFL type of quarterback as far as throwing wise. We can talk all day about his, inability to be mobile. It is what it is. He's not mobile, but he can make big time throws. Like I say, everybody already talks about it. This ain't nothing new. I think our fan base is the only ones trying to make it seem like he's not as good, as any other quarterback out there. I wish young fella success and hopes he bounce back though. But did you hear about the edge rusher visiting Georgia? Yeah. I heard about a couple of players, man. I was wanting to bring them up in this live, but like I said, I had so much other stuff going on before this live. My mind just everywhere else, trying to get this car to start and shit, and the battery and all this little stuff. It was just a lot little stuff going on. I had to wash the corrosion out of the damn terminal or whatever, and that took a little second, but eventually I got it crunk up and came up here and did it live, went live because I felt like I need to go live a little earlier, but I'm here. Is gonna take his position, or Kirby going to give it to him? Yeah, I would say Kirby was gonna. I don't know, man. I don't know. Primetime Dog said Beck is very good. Yes, Beck is very good. I think, like I say, our fan base is the only ones denying Beck's skill. Our fan base is the only ones denying Beck's skill, but and other teams and other programs that don't like Georgia, of course, they're going to talk trash about Beck. But everybody else, as far as the analysts, I never heard nothing negative about the analysts talking down about Carson. Yeah, when he was throwing the interceptions, of course. But that's the only time. Damon Wilson, Primetime said Damon Wilson is a big blow. My damn, these agents. Yeah, man, like this is the new way, man. This is the new college world order. Dudes gonna be leaving. Wherever the bag is, dudes is gonna be leaving. Cujo said, I think it's open competition between Gunner and Pug. I hope so. Yeah, I'm like Orange U. Jones. I hope so, man. Mo Money Dog walked in the building. Sounds similar to JT/Stepson vibes. Beck got an NFL best of luck. I guess you're saying NFL arm, best of luck. But anyway, yeah, like Orange U. Jones, you be on point, bro. You be having the same track mind I do, man. I hope they make it a dog fight. That's what I call it. Damn open competition. I hope they make it a dog fight. At this point, why wouldn't you, man? I wouldn't start Gunner just because he the next one, he the runner up. I would make it a dog fight. See, who's gonna be the best. I think they're gonna do that, but of course, Gunner is gonna be the guy, like from the jump, of course. So it's just like, if Pug win, so be it. Yeah, I want Puglisi to win. I ain't gonna lie. I want Puglisi to win. Like I said, I'm not sold on Gunner, and I'm not gonna be sold on Gunner until I see him next season. This man hadn't played a full season. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he did something tremendously, exceptional during those 2 games he played in, then I would have a different mind track about him. But until he play a full season and until he shows something better than what we've seen, and it would be the same way if it was Puglisi. If Puglisi got in 2 games, a game and a half, and he didn't look all, good and all that, I'll be saying the same thing about him. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. So it's not like I'm just targeting Gunner. It's just for me, I just feel like I have to see more from this guy. Kevin Sexton, what's going on? It should be a dog fight for the wide receivers as well. It's got to be a dog fight when it comes to I don't even think it's going to be a dog fight, Kevin. You know why? Because who they got, what competition we got right now at Georgia? We don't have no competition at Georgia. I mean, what we got? Dylan Bell. Is Arian coming back? I don't even focus on him. Y'all know I don't really care for Aaron Smith. But if he comes back, I think Anthony Evans ain't in the transfer portal. So we don't really even have no competition. The only competition I feel like we would have is the transfers and the freshmen, because they seem like they are better, Aaron declared for the draft. Okay, so then who we got? Dylan Bell and who else? Dylan Bell is the only one left. And what, Dominic Lovett, he gone too, right? Right, chat? Thanks for keeping us Dog fans informed on what's going on, but my Georgia Bulldogs are going to be straight. Kirby is on fire with the recruiting right now. Go Dogs. Shout out to Shawanda Beasley. I think Nitro. Yeah, Nitro. Yeah. Nitro. Okay, so we got Dylan Bell and. Then we got what? London Humphrey. So you got London Humphrey, Dylan Bell, and Nitro. So that really ain't that ain't too much of competition right there in my eyes. Yes, Sokovia White. Primetime Dog said White. Yep, Sokovia White. So okay, I can see where y'all going with the notion of a dog fight with the wide receivers. I can see what you're saying now. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Noah Thomas looked good. He reminds me of when I seen Ra Thomas over there at Mississippi State. He kind of remind me of him a little bit. I seen him juking dudes, and man, I was like, man, we might have a dog with him. Oh yeah, Hope Young come back. Yeah, we just hoping for all of this, man. Like I told y'all before, like I really just wanted to see at least 2 wide receivers transfer to Georgia. I wanted to just see 2 because I felt like, okay, if we got London Humphrey, which we haven't seen much from him. We seen more from him at Vanderbilt. But if we got Dylan Bell coming back, we got Sokovia White, Nitro, London Humphrey, and then add 2 more guys, but got to have a name for themselves, which we got 2 big names. Hey man, we would definitely go hard in the wide receiver room. And especially if Carson, I feel like if Carson would have stayed with us, with the weapons that we have now that transferred and the ones that's freshmen coming in, bruh, I don't think nobody could have stopped us, bruh. I don't think nobody could have stopped us. Primetime Dog said, can you imagine Beck at quarterback with these transfers? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. Would nobody be able to stop us? We probably would have the number 1 offense in college football if Beck was to stay. Come on, man. My thing is, I don't understand how people don't see that logic. I don't see how people don't understand that if Beck was to stay with the guys that we have now, the transfers and the freshmen, bro, man, come on. Come on, man. Yeah, I see what you're saying with the whole situation with his arm. He might not be able to throw for us, so I get that part. But I'm just saying, if he was healthy, bro. You said Primetime Dog said we on the same wavelength, big homie. Yeah, hey, bro. That's why I was saying, like, I don't know what the fan base is talking about. Like, I see a lot of comment sections, and I be like, damn, why they be acting like Carson ain't that dude? Carson can make some big throw. I believe Carson make way better throws than Gunner. Yeah, he don't have the legs, but shit, don't look like Gunner was doing a lot of running either. You know what I'm saying? He had a few. How many yards did he have on the ground? How many yards? Let me see. Let me see. Let's see, y'all. How many yards did ESPN? Come on now. That's the only thing I don't like about having this Windows computer, man. It's slower than my Mac. I'm so used to having that Mac. I gotta wait on this little load and stuff. All right, Georgia. Y'all probably already be done told me in the comment section how many rushing yards he had. But I'm just gonna go to it because I just want to see. You know what I mean? I just want to see how many rushing yards he had during that game. Maybe I should go to the schedule. Okay. And at the end of the day, it's still a damn loss. So that's why I say I don't. It's a loss. I don't care what he did. I don't care nothing about none of that. It's a loss. Damn, where's the stats? Damn. Who is it? Somebody tell me in the chat. I don't feel like looking for this shit. Somebody tell me in the chat. How many yards of rushing did Gunner have? How many yards rushing? Let me look on my phone. It'd be a little easier. Cause the reason why I'm asking that question because everybody's steady talking about, oh, my man can't run. My man Carson Beck can't run and all this and all that. But don't look like Kirby Smart was gonna turn goddamn Gunner loose. No way. Don't look like they were gonna turn him loose. And then want to bring up that one little touchdown. Like, you know, I'm just like, all right, man. All right. Say what y'all want to say. Gunner had like 35 yards. That what you saying? 35? Come on, man. Come on, man. Gunner had 35 yards, man. What does that say? What does that say? That don't say nothing about mobility. That's not mobility. Now, do we know he can run? Yeah, he can run. But at the end of the day, it ain't like the coaching staff was letting him run. So why are we talking about mobility when it comes to Carson Beck leaving? That ain't got nothing to do with why Carson is leaving. That ain't got nothing to do with it. Carson was handling business, man. Carson was handling business. Let's go back to the schedule now. Let's go back to the schedule. Let's go to Georgia, right? Pull up the schedule. Oh, we don't know the dang. Pull up the schedule. Okay, you got Bama. We lost to Bama though. 41-31. If y'all remember, the man threw 3 interceptions, still scored 34 points, right? All right, Texas 30-15. Man scored 30 points with throwing 3 interceptions. Mississippi State, he threw 2 of them and still scored 41 points. Man, come on, man. Come on, y'all. Yeah, some of the points was from the running backs or whatever, but still, man, it's just the fact that I just feel like he's way better, bro. He's just way better, a better thrower, and his arm is better. That man. Listen, man, I ain't seen nothing from Gunner to say his arm is better than Carson's, for real. Hey, Main C said Carson is just as fast as Gunner. He don't have the vision and patience like Gunner, so he just take off running. I'm glad somebody in the chat, Primetime Dog, Main C, you know what I mean, Orange Jew Jones. I'm glad somebody in the chat realized that Gunner is not better than Carson Beck. He's just not. Now what we're gonna see next season? If he does do better, of course, he got the weapons to do better. That's what I was saying about Todd Monken and Bobo. If Bobo had the same players that Todd Monken had, I think it would have. I think it would have been the same outcome. Now, I'm not a Bobo fan. I'm not a fan of Bobo. You know what I mean? I'm rolling with, like I said, I'm rolling with him because of his association with Kirby Smart, and he a dog. So I got to roll with him. I got to stand behind him until he show us something different. The man led us to an SEC championship. Now, people say he can't lead us no further than that. That's his ceiling. There's a couple of SEC championships. But at the end of the day, what makes you think they're going to fire him? That they possibly could now. Because everybody's calling for him to be fired. But at the end of the day, the man led us to a SEC championship with having mediocre-ass wide receivers and a quarterback that just wasn't on game the whole season. So, I don't know. Bobo needs to incorporate the pistol in our run game. I disagree with you, bro. Todd Monken had plays other than tunnel screens. Okay. Our O-line. Yeah, the O-line was a problem. Like the O-line was a problem. Bro, we up shit creek, go Dogs. No, he said we up shit creek. Why you say that, Ransom? Why you say that? But yeah, all of that matters, right? Everything, you have to factor everything in. The left tackle, you just Bobo with, these vanilla style plays. Yeah, I get it. Everything is a factor. I just don't think it's one thing. You know what I mean? I just don't think it's one thing. I think it's multiple things. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we got to be honest, man. Like, we just got to be honest. Do y'all really think that it was Bobo and the whole season? Because the whole season we had a fairly good season. We had a pretty good season, in my opinion. I think we had a good season, even with losing to Bama and losing to Ole Miss. I think we had a good season. Look at it like this. Do y'all really think if we had Todd Monken with the players that we have now, do y'all really, and the way they was playing, do you really think that Todd Monken could have drew something up to where we could have beat Alabama. That first half was terrible. And it didn't look like it was a Bobo situation. It looked like they just didn't come to play. Yeah, like, bro, we had a decent season, bro. That's why I'm saying, like, I just don't, I can't, like my guy Main C said, nah, it wasn't all Bobo. That's all I'm saying. It wasn't all Bobo. Now, it might be some, like I say, some play calls that's kind of dumb. I believe it's some play calls that he did that was kind of stupid, right? But at the end of the day, man, you got to think, man, if you don't have a talented crew, like, we thought they were talented. We thought Arian Smith was going to finally get it together after being with us about 5 years, 6 years. We thought he was going to get it together, but let's be real. He just never got it together. And Dylan Bell was completely off, too. So we got to factor that in, too. That's all I say. We got to factor all that in. The O-line was trash. I called that shit way back in that game. Who we played? We played Tennessee Tech. Even in the Tennessee Tech game, look, man, look at what Carson did. Look at what Carson did this whole schedule. See, that's why I say stop playing with Carson, man. Look what Carson did this whole damn schedule, man. Look what he did this whole schedule. You mean to tell me, look what he did this whole schedule. Come on, man. Even the games that we lost, man, hey, Carson still here. He still did his thing, in my opinion. We lost 2 games. Of course, we lost to Bama. We always seem to lose to Bama, right? Ole Miss, they got one on us. They got us this time, you know what I mean? But I can't blame that on Bobo. The weather was crazy. I ain't making excuses, but the weather was crazy. They just wasn't on game, man. They just wasn't. He was coming off of throwing multiple interceptions. This is the little area right here where he was throwing the interceptions at. These are the weeks right here. And obviously, of course, Alabama. So yeah, these weeks right here was the weeks he was throwing the interceptions. So, it was tough for us. It was a tough season, man. Like, let's be real, but let's not play like Gunner down here, that only like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. I ain't sold. Yeah, with over 30, man, dog, these boys been dropping balls, man. They've been dropping, no diddy, they've been dropping balls the whole season. And the man is done scored over 30 points damn near every game, except for the Kentucky game and the Ole Miss game. That's it. The whole schedule, that was a gauntlet. Come on, y'all. You telling me you cannot predict his play calls? Come on, big dog. Don't look like Kirby making any changes, bro. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. His play calls are vanilla. But this is what I'm saying, OJ. This is what I'm saying, bro. I'm not saying that y'all wrong for not liking Bobo's play calls. I'm not saying that y'all wrong. I'm just saying we got to the SEC championship and we got in the playoffs with this same coach. Now, like I say, I agree to the effect that this may just be his ceiling. I don't know if he can get us that natty now. But what I'm saying is I don't see nothing that I just feel like if the talent's not there, he only gonna be able to do what he can do with the talent that he have. The drops made Carson force the ball. That's exactly why Carson was forcing the ball. People made it about his girlfriend, the Lambo. They made it about him trying to fill Stetson's shoes. I didn't feel like that. I felt like he felt as if he had to force the ball. They was dropping it left and right. So it's like, man, he trying to make something out of nothing, basically. I'm judging Bobo's situation awareness in games. That's on Kirby too. That's what I'm saying. I speak of that. I don't hear too many people talking about that, but I always speak of that. We got to start talking about Kirby too now. Kirby got the last call. He got the last say so now. So whatever Bobo is doing, and if Kirby see it and he don't like it, he need to speak up and say something. You know, Main C, that's a perfect statement. If Bobo can't do nothing with the roster they're building this year, it'll be clear he needs to go. And that's facts. That's all I say. Give him until this season. If they don't fire him and he stays, which I don't think they're going to fire him because of what I just said. He led us to an SEC championship and got us in the playoffs. So, we didn't even get in the playoffs last season. We had a better season last season. But that's a good-ass statement. If Bobo can't do anything with the roster they're building this year, it'll be clear he needs to go. And I'll be rooting for him to go too as well. I'll be rooting for him to go. I'm just not willing to count him out right now. You know what I mean? Just not right now. It's things in the past that we can use against him, but I think, like I said, Todd Monken was a good OC. True enough, but look who Todd Monken had. The man had a dynamic offense. He had dynamic wide receivers, and then like a lot of people be saying, man, you got to think, Ladd McConkey and Brock Bowers, they were unicorns, so they were going to do that regardless of who the OC was. They was going to ball out regardless. So am I right or wrong for that? I don't care who the OC was. When you got, just like now, they in the NFL balling out. And so it don't matter who the OC is, I don't feel. I feel like, Todd Monken was drawing up some plays to get players open, but they also was unicorns, so they was going to get open regardless. With Ladd McConkey's speed and the way Brock Bowers was able to bully players and get open, they was doing that on their own, if you ask me. I don't think that was necessarily all Todd Monken. I don't think so. Because at the end of the day, the boys is talented. So yeah, you can draw up plays, but if they talented, they just damn talented regardless of what plays you draw up. They gonna get open. You know what I mean? That's just like Travis Hunter. Like, at the end of the day, the boy talented. So it don't matter who he play for, he gonna ball out. Do I think he would have did the same in the SEC? Of course not. Do I think he would have been great in the SEC? Yeah, but I don't think he would have went as hard playing both sides of the ball. No, OJ said, if you don't think Bobo can win us a natty, then we're saying the same thing. We should be preparing for elite teams, period. Therefore, get an elite offensive coordinator. Yeah, you're right. That's why I say, but y'all, let's be real. Do y'all think, and this is just an honest question, do y'all really think that if Todd Monken was the OC that we would have won a natty this season? That's what y'all saying? Like, everybody in the chat right now, do y'all think having Todd Monken this past season, do y'all think we would have won a natty? And I asked the question because, I mean, just due to, we all watch the games. We all see what's going on, So that's why I asked the question, like, do y'all think Todd Monken would have did something tremendously different from Bobo with the talent that we have right now? Or with the talent that we had, last year? And there you go, Kevin. Kevin said no. We couldn't run the ball. It was the O-line at the end of the day. Yeah. I think Main C said, I think we would have beaten Notre Dame. I mean, maybe so. I don't think so because of the O-line, not against Ohio State. That's what I'm saying, y'all. And this proves my point. Like, the talent that we have, bro. It's the talent. It's not always about the OC. Yeah, we need to have an elite OC, but the talent, to me, outweighs everything. It does, man. It does. Everybody's saying he would have beat Notre Dame. 225 girl, where you at? What's happening with you? Everybody's saying he would have beat Notre Dame. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. But then then get what? You gonna eventually run into Ohio State, and then what you gonna do with that talent? You already ain't got nobody catching the ball out there. Rather, I honestly think if Carson wouldn't have been hurt, we would have put way more points up on the board. I believe that. Bro, we at least 6 deep in the receiver room next year. Let's go. Orange Juice Jones said, Monken, yes. Main C, go back home, LOL. Who you telling to go back home? Yeah, I mean, the turnover at halftime would have never happened. Yeah, I mean, the man got sacked 4 damn times, y'all. Didn't he get sacked 4 times? 4 times. So we're excluding everything when it comes to Gunner. Some of us is excluding everything when it comes to Gunner. We're excluding the fact that he had no awareness, self-awareness. We excluding the fact that he was staring his receivers down. He was not checking down the correct way, in my opinion. I'm not a quarterback, though. It is what it is. AP, I don't know who he is like that, but you said we could have had the most talented players in every position on offense, and Bobo would still have 3 points at halftime. AP, man, you oh, why are you throwing the ball with 30 seconds left? Right, man. Like, bro, the man got sacked 4 times, man. And every time was damn near a strip sack. So I'm like, you don't have no self-awareness. I talked about it in past lives. I'm going to say it again. If I'm a quarterback, right, and I've never played the quarterback position, right, but if I'm a quarterback and I know my left tackle ain't doing his job, I'm going to keep my eyes on that side of the ball. I'm going to keep my eyes on him, because I know he getting beat every time, damn near every time. So if I know that, I'm going to tuck and run. You know what I'm saying? Or I need a play. I need a better play call, because we know he getting beat. So you can I guess we can blame Todd Monken for that. I mean, not Todd Monken, but Mike Bobo for that. Why am I not getting a notification that you're on? I don't know why you, Jessica. I don't know why. You subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the bell. The Ravens offense have gotten a lot better under Monken. Hey, I'm not saying Monken ain't a good OC. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying, with the talent that we have, I don't see where Todd Monken would have got us a 3rd national championship. I just don't see the 23 season. Yeah, if he would have stayed the 23 season, I could see it. I could see it, but not this past season, not the 24 season. I do not see Todd Monken winning us no natty with them players that we had. AP said, every single player we have on offense has regressed under Bobo. Every single one of them. I mean, what the happened to Dylan Bell? Yeah, I know. It does seem so surprisingly that everybody started playing like trash. Every receiver played like trash. I agree. I 100% agree. But, it is what it is, man. We just got to move on and keep trucking at the end of the day. You know what I mean? We got some dynamic wide receivers coming in. Like I told y'all before, I think I had got off topic earlier when I was saying, like, that's all I really wanted. I just wanted 2 wide receivers to come in. I felt like that's all we really needed, right? But we definitely got to work on the O-line as well as the defense. We got too many players, Yeah, the O-line was trash, y'all. I get it. The O-line was trash. We lost a lot of coaches. Bring back Buster Faulkner for OC. If we would have met up with OU, we would have went back home. Quarterback throws 3 interceptions per game. Yeah, but see what we talking about with that? That's what I'm saying. It's more factors into why we wasn't as good this season. You just said it. You just said it. Quarterback throwing 3 interceptions every game. I mean, that's not Mike Bobo. That's just Carson's decision making. And I got on Carson's ass too. So yeah, I'm a fan of Carson, but I got on his ass too. Like the man throwing multiple interceptions, you know what I mean? At least 2 to 3 every game. I was on his ass too. But at the end of the day, I still feel as if, I don't think nobody could have done nothing with those players, not got us to that natty level. Like I just don't see it. Like me personally, I felt like everybody was not up to par for no matter what who the OC was. OJ said he get a job he's not qualified for, period. Well, what makes him not qualified? What makes him not qualified? Carson going to be great somewhere. Bobo will get exposed. I don't know. Jessica, what's up? Said players had to be put in position. They would have not have been if we had a good wide receivers. Example, Aaron is not a player you throw to 70 times. Well, you throw 70 times to. Bell is a gadget guy, not a true wide receiver. That's true. That's what I'm saying, y'all. We didn't have the talent. We just didn't. We just didn't. I know everybody on Mike Bobo ass, but, we just didn't have the talent. Like I say, I believe if we had this, I believe if we had the same players this season, I believe we would have got there. And we would have had, Brock Bowers, Ladd McConkey. But we can't keep leaning on that. We got to move forward, y'all. We got to move forward. Like I said, I'm going to give Bobo to after this season to see to this season, and that's it. That's it for me. So I'm not a Bobo fan. I'm giving the man some time, giving him the benefit of the damn doubt. That's all I'm doing. Yeah, I do believe Kirby hiring Bobo was a lazy hire. I do believe that. I do believe that. Nah, you good, Jessica. We know what you talking about with the Monken thing. If Bobo doesn't have a nice season next year, it's time to pack it up. Yeah, that's what we've been talking. That's what, a couple of us agreed to. If Bobo doesn't have a good season this season, hey, pack it up. Pack it up. Watch the Brands kids come in and do nothing at Georgia. Why? Bobo. AP, boy, you can't stand Bobo. Or boy, or girl, whatever. You cannot stand Bobo. God damn. Said, watch the Brand kids come in and do nothing at Georgia. Why? Bobo. Quarterback throw an interception. Bobo. Running back fumble the ball. Bobo. Defensive DB miss a tackle. Bobo. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Bobo, we got to see what he going to do. At the end of the day, y'all, look at the facts. Kirby may not do nothing with Bobo. They might not even fire Bobo. So we got to realize that this is what we got. We had to do it this season, right? We had to realize that, hey, we ain't got no wide receivers. So it's basically like they running out there with their hands tied behind their back. So at the end of the day, we had to rely on that. So that's what we got to rely on Bobo at this point. I'm with y'all though. I believe that Kirby Smart only hired the man because that's his friend. You know what I mean? But I still felt, you know what? When they hired him back, I knew his track record at Georgia, and I wasn't really impressed. Obviously, none of us was, right? We weren't impressed. We knew his history with Georgia. But at the end of the day, I still felt like, okay, he's from Georgia. He played at Georgia. I felt like maybe he feel like, him and Kirby Smart felt like they was obligated to, be the best they can be for Georgia, or coach the best that they can coach for Georgia. That's what I was kind of like feeling like when I realized he was the OC, when he took the job. So I was looking at his past and I was like, damn, okay, whatever. But at the same time, I just didn't want to judge him just off of, 2 seasons. I mean, I guess you can judge a person off of 2 seasons, but because 23 season, we didn't get into the playoffs at all. So he really, I don't know, man. I don't know. 23 season, we didn't get in the playoffs. The 24 season, we won the SEC and got in the playoffs. So it's kind of a hard situation. It's kind of a hard situation, y'all. That's kind of a tough situation, right? Well, y'all don't like Bobo, so I can understand y'all probably wouldn't give a damn about none of that. And I'm not making excuses for Bobo. Please, y'all, don't think I'm making excuses for him. I'm just saying, if you look at the facts, last season, 23 season, we didn't get into the playoff. We still had a good season, in my opinion. But this past season, 24 season, shit, we won the SEC championship and then went to the playoffs. So, yeah, Tay said the 23 season wasn't bad, going 12-1. Ladd and Bowers was hurt in the SEC game. Real talk, UGA defense don't look good until Muschamp shows up. Jessica said, when we winning games, Bobo was a genius, really digging in the bag. When we lose, Bobo is crap. Everything goes through Kirby. Everything goes through Kirby. Should we fire him too? Whew, man, I'm the only channel that'll say, hey, we got to get on Kirby ass too. Nobody gonna speak on that. Nobody will say that, but we got to get on Kirby ass too. Just like I said, he makes the last decision. If he sees something that don't look right that Bobo's doing, shouldn't he intervene? Shouldn't he intervene? If you're the head coach and you're the best coach in college football, you need to be intervening in what your OC is doing. Yeah, it's on Kirby. Yeah, man, listen. Yeah, Jessica, you right. Kirby been telling us the team was not talented. Yeah, every time they had the press conference or whatever, Kirby had nothing really good to say about this team. He did make excuses for Carson and, a couple of other players. He did make some excuses, but looking at those press conferences, we knew that Kirby knew that this team wasn't all that good. We knew that. We knew it. That's why I say it's a lot of factors when it comes to this 24 Georgia Bulldog team. It's a lot of factors, not just Bobo. What about the defense? Was Bobo the reason for the defense not being able to tackle? AP, was Bobo the reason why the defense couldn't tackle? You guys got to realize it's 2 sides of the ball now. It ain't just one side of the ball. Look, AP, look. I don't know if you was in there look, man. Look at our schedule, bro. How is it that Bobo is that bad? Look at the scores. Look at the score. Yeah, true enough, Tennessee Tech, whatever. But look at the scores, man. My man scored over 30 or better on every team, damn near. Except for Kentucky and Ole Miss. I don't see how somebody could say it was Bobo, but you scoring. Look at how much points you scoring. I just don't understand it. Now I'm not saying that Bobo, like I say, he got till this season to tighten up and get it done for us. But and I'll be with y'all. But at the end of the day, just looking at this schedule, bro, I just can't blame nothing on Bobo. Like your only two real losses was against Alabama, which we always damn lose to them for some odd reason, and Ole Miss. Now we shouldn't have lost to Ole Miss, but the talent, y'all, it was the talent, man. It was the talent, man. It was the talent, man. Explain why we had 3 points at halftime in seemingly every game that mattered. Hey, man, listen. Like I say, the talent, bro. The talent. The talent, bro. I just can't say that no more, bro. It was, in my opinion. But we can agree to disagree, AP. It's all good. It's all good. We played from behind damn near the whole season. But my thing is, you said it's not the talent, it's coaching. So you mean to tell me all of those drops had something to do with Mike Bobo? All of the drops, all of the bad decision-making that Carson made had something to do with Bobo, AP? Come on, man. Come on, man. Jessica said I had trouble getting up and excited for every game this season. Can you imagine having to get up and play the schedule the Dogs had this season? AP said, like I said, give Bobo the best players on the planet and he won't do anything with them. Yes, drop had to do with Bobo. AP, bro, are you trolling right now? So you mean to tell me that the receivers dropping passes had something to do with Mike Bobo? Man, I don't know, bro. Because if I can catch, I can catch, regardless of an OC. I'm going to catch the ball. Brandon Lee said there's no way drops had to do with the OC. Is this dude trolling? I'm just saying, bro. I just asked you, bro, and you said you gave me an answer. You said that the drops came from Bobo. Like, how is that possible, bro? Bobo ain't the one catching the ball. And that's where our problem lied. Our problem lied with the balls. We wasn't even talking about that O-line before. Listen, we only started talking about this O-line, which I've already spoke on it. Y'all have to go back. But I already spoke on it in that Tennessee Tech game. I think that Tennessee Tech game I spoke about the O-line continuously caving in, not giving Carson enough time. But we ain't – listen. How is the O-line so much worse under Bobo? Bro, talent. Bobo ain't coaching the O-line, bro. Bobo is not coaching the O-line. Like, he's the offensive coordinator, yeah, but he ain't coach. You got other coaches involved too, bro. Bobo ain't the only coach. AP said everything and anything to do with the offense is worse under Bobo. God damn. Woo, this boy hate Bobo. I mean, it's all about criticism for your team, but football is a team game, not one person who don't even put a helmet on. Facts. We didn't recruit well at O-line in 21 and 22. Like I say, man, that's just the way I see it. I know AP see it differently, and some other people see it differently too. They gonna blame Bobo for everything too. They gonna blame Bobo for the drops. They gonna blame Bobo for the interceptions Carson threw. They gonna blame Bobo for anything that happened wrong on the offensive line or on the offense. Also, Beck had freedom. He did not have to run play that Bobo called at times. He did not have to run the play that Bobo called at time. Yeah. At the end of the day, man, it is what it is, bro. Kirby Smart don't look like he gonna fire Bobo. I haven't seen nothing out there. I haven't heard nothing, But so we can complain about about Bobo. It ain't nothing gonna change right now. We just got to roll with whoever we got. You know. So that's just that we can kind of like end that conversation about Mike Bobo because he ain't going nowhere as of today. As of today, he's not going anywhere. So it is what it is. It is what it is. With better talent, let's hope that he does better. With better talent, let's hope that he does a whole lot better. I don't feel like we used our running backs enough. You know, if you want to blame Bobo for that, Armando TV just walked in the door. Shout out to him. Salute, bro. Truth is 2024 was a rebuilding year. We will be good in 2025. All right. So Armando TV, you on board with Bobo then? You on board with Bobo? I know you don't really care for Bobo, but it sounds like you on board for right now. I mean, we got to go with it. We got to roll with it. What else we going to do? Kirby Smart ain't firing Bobo. Kirby, look, y'all. Look, y'all. Look. Kirby Smart allowed Carson Beck to stay in after weeks and weeks of throwing interceptions. What make you think he going to fire Bobo? And that's another reason why I didn't care for Gunnar Stockton, because I felt like, damn, Carson Beck throwing interception damn near every game, and we ain't giving Gunnar Stockton a shot, so that let me know he wasn't ready. That let me know Gunnar wasn't ready. I just don't like all the predictable screen passes. Hey, Tay, you know why they throwing them screen passes? Because they can't get nobody open downfield. Couldn't nobody get open downfield. And you don't want to risk. Carson was already throwing interceptions. So you don't want to risk another damn interception. I'm with you on the fact that everything was not Bobo's fault. Yeah, man. Eric Phillips said Gunnar was ready. I'm on board with Kirby Smart. Other teams will give up their kids to have Kirby as a head coach. Damn, how much I wish the Dogs kept a hold on Raiola. I don't want nothing to do with Raiola. No, sir. No, sir, ski. Kirby Smart just dedicated to his quarterbacks. You said Tay said he believed Bobo would be able to use Gunnar better than Carson personally. Okay. When the Branch kids show up, do absolutely nothing, what is everybody gonna say then? Well, I'm an honest channel over here. I'm a real channel. I'm a real channel. So, if they don't do nothing, then I'll say, well, it depends. It depends because it's up to them. It's up to them. We still not factoring in. It's about the talent too, man. Talent matters. AP, you can't blame everything on the OC. Talent matters. Armando TV say, I'm hearing Puglisi may win the QB spot. I hope Puglisi. Listen, man. Let's do this, man. Nah, I ain't gonna do it. I was gonna pull up his highlights, but I ain't gonna do it. Yeah, you got to be able to catch the ball. That's all to it, y'all. That's all to it. Yep, like Brandon Lee said, if Zach Branch is out of position for the balls, then it's Bobo's fault. If he drop passes, that's on him. Talent does matter. That's why I asked what people will say when the Branch brothers do nothing next year. They are talented, right? Yeah, they talented, bro, but it's up to them, though. It's up to them. It's not up to the OC. Bro, it's not up to Bobo, Bobo is just in charge and drawing up plays to get the boys open. Now, if they dropping, like, that's all that was going on with our receivers was drop passes, pretty much. For the most part, drop passes. Sometimes they couldn't get open, but, Eric Phillips said, I've been saying Bobo is not the problem. It was the wide receivers dropping balls. There you go. There you go. I mean, when you really dig into what's really going on, it was the wide receivers. That's all it was. We knew they wasn't talented and as talented. We knew that. We just had high hopes, that they, especially like I said, guys like Aaron Smith, we just hoped that guys like him was going to step up. Like kind of how Kiara Jackson had to do, right? That season. He had to step up, and he did that. Aaron Smith couldn't catch the ball from the time he started to now. He still can't catch a ball. So that's all I'm saying. Like, you got to have those guys out there that's able to catch balls and fight. Anytime, listen, Aaron Smith, you can touch Aaron Smith and he would drop the ball. You can literally just tap him and he would drop the ball. Anytime Aaron caught the ball, have he ever fought to catch the ball? This whole time at Georgia, have he ever manhandled anybody at Georgia? Anytime he would get tapped, he would drop the ball. Tay said, I believe Bobo play calling in 2023 was nice until SEC championship. Yeah, I mean, everybody going to assume that it's nice until we lose a game. You know what I mean? That's what Jessica was saying. Like, when we win games, nobody ain't got nothing to say about Bobo. But as soon as we lose a game or a few games, now it's all Bobo. Dylan Bell was wide open and Gunner threw a great ball and he dropped it. And yes, Jessica, I remember that play. Dylan was wide open. The ball went straight to the man and he dropped the damn ball. Nobody was saying nothing about Bobo in 23 and now 24, 25. Bobo sucked as an OC. I think, but you know what, Eric, to everybody's defense, Eric, it was a lot of people that didn't like Bobo from the start, but nobody wasn't talking about him. Nobody wasn't denying. Nobody wasn't saying anything. When we was whooping ass, beating teams by 30 or better, wasn't nobody saying nothing. It's just only until we started losing until it was like, oh, Mike Bobo, I can't stand him. I hate him. Reggie said, lazy highs by Kirby. Coley retreated. Bobo retread. Sears. What do all they have in common? The groups that they are responsible for have never really excelled at a high level. That's true. Jessica said, how about the tackling? You got players not blocking, tackling. Well, you saying tackling. Oh, I'm looking at it wrong. It's so far off. Yeah. She said, how about the tackling? You got players not blocking, tackling, and taking bad angles, not doing their job. Yeah, you got to think about it. Look, what about Julian Humphrey? What about the fact that the defense was not on code? What about that? We want to focus on everything when it comes to the offense. I told y'all, if the offense can move the ball, we ain't got to have the best offense in college football. We don't have to have that with Bobo. You know what I mean? Long as they can move the ball. Now, with the talent that we have coming in, I believe we will be able to move the ball. Regardless of how great the plays are, we will be able to move the ball. The defense was part of the problem also, y'all. The defense. Let's talk about the defense because they were part of the problem. The boys couldn't tackle. The boys was arm tackling everybody. They was taking, like Jessica said, bad angles with the tackling. Well, we got to factor all that in. Bobby Chulo said, just tuning in. What's good, everybody? Yeah, man, we just chopping it up, doing what we normally do. Just all over the place. Just having good conversation. That's what we do. Brandon Lee said, you guys going to grab a lineman from the portal, dog. Oh, yeah. You got to understand, man. At this point, man, I'm going to congratulate Kirby Smart because I talked down on his decisions when it came to grabbing somebody out the portal, but now we getting players out of the portal, so I gotta clap it up. So like I always say, I'm gonna criticize you when you're doing bad, and I'm gonna congratulate you when you're doing good. So shout out to the coaching staff for getting some transfers in. Now we're looking up. Now things is I'm feeling like it's some hope now. How many times this season did the defense hand the offense a short field? Exactly. That's true. Yeah, man. At the end of the day, man, both sides of the ball was just not playing at a high level. So we can't just blame everything on one side, because obviously the defense wasn't hardly doing much anyway. So you saying how many times did they get good short field position? But who you talking about with? Because Carson was. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. All I know is I'm not gonna keep going on about this Bobo talk. At the end of the day, it's over. It's over. We just gotta hope for this season coming up. We just gotta hope for this season coming up. Hope that everything goes y'all's way, because I know if it don't, we'll be in here again talking about Mike Bobo. We also never played complimentary football. One game, the offense was good. Next offense terrible, but the defense was good. Never both. Yeah. Basically, it was like no leadership on either side of the ball, really. Like, at the end of the day, bro, it was no real leadership. It was like all over the place. It was up and down, a damn crazy ass roller coaster. It was just a roller coaster. It wasn't just the offense. It was the defense too. It was plenty of games the defense was terrible in. Like, what about the Alabama game? We gonna blame that on Bobo too? We gonna blame the fact that we couldn't do nothing regardless of what side of the ball we was on? Nah, man. We just didn't play. Everybody know that defense took a big time drop off. Everybody know that. That was a big time drop off. We know that defense was nowhere near as good as they were before. They were barely putting us in position. I just think that it was times that they did, and it was times that so they wasn't consistent. Neither side of the ball at the end of the day was consistent. They weren't. They just weren't consistent, man. And I think, look, I think that's pretty much at the end of the day what it boiled down to with this season. Neither side of the ball was consistent. Neither side. Neither side of the ball. I mean, I was calling that out the whole damn season. The defense just wasn't any good in certain games. They would like come into games, starting out slow, both sides of the ball starting out slow, letting teams run all over us. What was that team that ran UMass ran all on the defense, y'all? Ran all over the defense. AP said it's pretty obvious defense was bad because Muschamp wasn't there, and offense is bad because Bobo is there. It's not hard to see. But hey, our punter is coming back. Okay, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I think the other guy would have did just fine too, but that's a good thing. Yeah, let's move on from that Bobo topic. Like, let's talk about something else. Like, when it comes to Georgia, I'm tired of talking about Bobo. I wanted Bobby Chulo said I wanted Beck back, especially with the guys we got. That's what I've been talking about. The guys that we got coming into in the transfer portal, and then these younger guys, bruh, we finna be on point. We finna be on point. We about to be on point, y'all. I don't know. Hopefully this make y'all change y'all mind about Bobo with these players that we got. But I think these players are some dynamic wide receivers, the freshmen and all. If we can see them guys get rotated in, if they ready, because if Kirby see that they ain't ready, he ain't gonna rotate them in. At this point, I don't even think he's gonna rotate them in, because you got Nitro, you got Sokovie White, you got Dylan Bell, London Humphrey, now you got Noah Thomas and Zachariah Branch. So we probably won't be seeing those freshmen unless somebody gets hurt or something like that. We probably won't be seeing them. You see how long it took Kirby Smart to, turn Nitro loose? You see how long it took him to do that? You see how long it took him to do that? Like, at the end of the day, like I say, man, we gonna do well next season. I'm hoping for the best. I'm not gonna continue to, just because of one person, I'm not gonna continue to doubt my dogs. You know what I mean? You got to speak it into existence. You know what I mean? You got to speak it into existence. That's all to it. We got a little too comfortable with the fact that we won them 2 natties and we was just expecting us to be just dominant every single season. Well, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. It don't. At the end of the day, man, listen, at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is what it is. Mike Bobo is there. AP, I know you still going back and forth with Brandon Lee about Mike Bobo, but it is what it is, bro. He ain't going nowhere, man. He's there. Until we hear different, he's there. So let's just, you know what I mean? Like, why are we constantly going back and forth about Mike Bobo, when talk about Kirby Smart? Why are you blaming Mike Bobo? If Mike Bobo is trash, then he trash. So then holler at Kirby Smart. He's the head coach. That's what we need to be talking about. I see we talking about, we don't, we people deflecting and this, that, and the third. Okay, if that's the case, guess what? You need to talk to Kirby Smart. Kirby Smart is the one that hired the man, and Kirby Smart will be the one to fire the man. So let's talk about Kirby Smart. Like, come on. Tay said, I appreciate you for talking about something else too, Tay. I think the staff letting Beck go because they don't want to lose Gunner. Reddy said Bobo has pictures of Kirby with Joy Taylor. That's why Bobo not going anywhere. Yeah, but like I say, man, back to Tay. Tay said, I think the staff letting Beck go because they don't want to lose Gunner. Well, that might be a good way of looking at it. So Carson, you said Carson gonna light it up somewhere and expose. All right, AP with the Bobo stuff, bro. Like, bro, with the Bobo stuff, like it's like, bro, come on, man. We trying to talk real, we ain't keep talking. And I ain't caping for Bobo either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, bro, we done been talking about Bobo for the last 30 minutes. Like, like it's got to be something else when it comes to the dogs. It's got to be something else to talk about than Bobo. But, yeah, like I say, man, back to the real conversation. Georgia will be good next season. Like I said, I commend the Kirby Smart and the coaching staff for getting some of these transfers. Talked about it earlier. I talk about it again. I've been said that I wanted to get at least 2 guys, at least 2 wide receivers. We good. And, we got to get a left tackle. We got to figure that situation out. I think we got to figure out the whole O-line. I think we got to figure that whole thing out, right? I think we got to figure that whole thing out. Do the Dogs have some big trench players coming in this season? Do you think Nitro will start? I think Nitro gonna start. Yes, yes. I think it's gonna be a dogfight between them receivers, though. Yeah, I think it will. I think it will be. Of course, Nitro gonna want to start. He want to start. I believe that's why he entered his name in the transfer portal the first time. But I don't even know how true that is, because on his Instagram he was saying, I ain't going nowhere. So I don't know how true that was. If that was, I didn't heard nothing else. I believe Ernest Green will be a better left tackle for next season. I believe the younger O-line going to be hungry than this season. Okay, that's what we talking about. Let's get on some other topics. Yeah, we are replacing the entire O-line and wide receivers and losing key pieces on defense. How are we going to do better? Well, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, as you can see, AP, we still getting transfers in. We still getting transfers in. We are making changes. You got to understand, we losing Dan Jackson, so they got like at least 3 safeties to replace him. I can't even. I ain't Zion Branch, of course. Then you got the guy that transferred out of Miami, Jaden. I think his name Jaden Harris or something like that. So we're fitting. We doing what we should be doing right now, man. We still got the April window too, the transfer portal. So yeah, like you got to do what you got to do, and I think we are focusing and we are going in the right direction. So Dan Jackson's position will be replaced. That defensive line, I think we're gonna make some changes there too. So yeah, we losing. Yeah, Damon Wilson, but we still got Raylan Wilson, I think, right? We still got Raylan Wilson. We still got CJ Allen. Who else we still got, y'all? Yeah, we still got the spring portal. Y'all. At the end of the day, we still got plenty of time to get guys in, and I think that's what's happening. It's just not happening as fast as we would like it to happen. We can definitely do better as long as the younger players come in hungry. I think people are forgetting that there's barely anyone on the team who has won a natty. Right. We have the 2 freshman linebackers, Justin Williams and Chris Cole. Yep. Both were 5 stars, and that's facts, and that's a fact. All right? So at the end of the day, everybody that's leaving is going to get replaced. They're going to get replaced. Damon Wilson was making a big name for himself at Georgia. I felt like, he was going to be that guy. For whatever reason he left, it is what it is, but he will be replaced. Best believe that. And in my opinion, it wasn't like we was doing that good on defense this season any damn way. So I think each side of the ball needs some tune up on. They both needed to be tuned up. And that's what's going to happen. I believe so. That's what's going to happen. I don't think we're going to play any worse than we did this season. Last season. I don't think the defense is going to be any worse. I don't see that. With Kirby Smart being a defensive mind and, Glenn Schumann and Will Muschamp and all of them, I don't see the defense getting any worse. I don't feel like that, Why are we acting like we don't know why Wilson left? He's leaving to get a bag. Okay, if he leaving to get a bag, that's cool. We got to keep trucking, though, AP. We got to keep moving. Like, we can't complain about it. And that's what Kirby done said multiple times. I'm going to coach up the players that want to be here. So I can't dwell on players that want to leave. I got to keep moving. That's just all to it, And we have the number 1 defensive tackle, edge rusher, and linebacker coming in this recruiting class. I think we'll be good, y'all. I think we'll be good. Some of these guys won't get their start as freshmen, but at the end of the day, I think we will recoup. I think we're going to move pieces around, and get the right pieces that we need on that defense. I think so. But what I'm not willing to do is make it seem as if my dogs is just going to be terrible. I'm not going to, like I said, I'm speaking into existence. and we still won the SEC championship. That's true. We still the SEC Kings right now, so we can't be being so down, man. Like, yeah, the defense didn't play its best, the offense didn't play its best, but I'm leaning towards it was a rebuilding season. I'm leaning towards that. It was a rebuilding season. We know that we knew the team wasn't at its best. Kirby also knew that. We saw it in those press conferences. We saw it. You can see it all in his face and some of the things that he say. You can tell that he knew that this team wasn't great. He knew that. AP, man, you come on, bro. Come on, bro. I understand what you're saying, bro, but you thinking too negative about the situation, bro. Freshmen ain't going to help next year, and hell, they might transfer out for money before we even get to see them on the field. Okay, so who do we blame then? Damn sure can't blame no coaching staff. I don't think Georgia will be terrible, but the expectation for you guys is kind of lofty every year. Not being terrible ain't enough, unfortunately. Y'all know Georgia will be way better this year. We lead the league in drop passes and still won. That's all I be saying, yo. Like, let's be real. Like, Georgia ain't. I don't see Georgia getting no worse than what we seen this past season. We still got McLeod, Chris Miller, Jordan Hall at defense tackle, also coming back. We have nice guys. Spank said if that was a rebuilding year, then what is next year? Okay, I feel like next year we're going to be on point. Stop thinking that we're going to win a natty every single year, y'all. And stop thinking that, bro. It just because we don't win a natty don't make us no good. We won 2 natties back-to-back, and y'all assume that if we don't win one, we're no good. Bro, come on, y'all. You too spoiled. You too spoiled, bro. And I'm talking to Spank, bro. You too spoiled, bro. Yeah, it is a rebuilding. You can obviously see that we're rebuilding right now. This is what I mean by a rebuilding year. It's a rebuilding. Like, okay, last year wasn't necessarily rebuilding, but this year that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. We're trying to rebuild the team up, period. But next season I do feel we will be better. I just feel like that, I mean, y'all can have the negative attitude towards it if you want to, but I ain't trying to have no negative attitude towards it. I want my dogs to be better, and I feel like they will be. Tay said, yeah, I had to get the natty every year out my head, but I love competing. Yeah, you got to, bro. It's doesn't make sense to think that you're going to win a natty every single year. That doesn't make sense. And I think that's what the fan base is doing. They're assuming that we're going to win the natty every year. And if we don't win the natty, then we're trash or we're no good or nah, bro. Nah, that's not how it works. That's not how many teams winning the natty every single year. How many teams do y'all know winning the natty every single year? Come on, y'all. Man, you got teams out there still scared of Georgia. They still scared of Georgia because they know what we can do. They know what Kirby Smart can do. They still out there. They still fear the Georgia Bulldogs. So, like, let's not act like, okay, we just going to be like a Vanderbilt or Florida or South. Bro, no. That's not going to happen to Georgia. And if it does, I'm still a damn dog. I'm still a dog. If it happens, I'm still a dog. But I'm not going to keep arguing about us we losing players and this, that, and the third. It's going to happen. The NIL is out there. It's going to happen. Georgia's everyone's national championship. Bama game was an example. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, when it comes to the SEC, everybody know you got to come through Georgia. Brandon Lee said, bro, as a primary Nebraska fan, I'd love to be in Georgia's position, having 9 and 10 win seasons with natty chances almost every year. And I don't think we have natty chances almost every year. I don't. We didn't have a natty chance this year. We could have if we had better talent, and as y'all could say, or as y'all say, a better OC. But I don't think that's the thing for Georgia. I think people putting that pressure on Georgia to feel like that they supposed to play for a natty every single season. You know, y'all gotta realize that the NIL is crushing everything. So we can't have that in our minds, like what Tate was saying. Like, I had to get that out my mind, thinking that we was gonna be playing for a natty every single year. You got to get that out your mind. You know, you got to get the fact that players are gonna come and go, transfer out because of money or whatever situation. PT. They're gonna go. So we can't focus so hard on, oh, we're gonna win a natty this year. We're gonna win a natty this year. Nah, let's see what we working with. And if we get to that point, like I had somebody ask me, they was asking me all season last season. But this dude just be trolling. Like he just, he a South Carolina fan, so he be trolling. And he be asking me, y'all gonna win a natty this year? And I'm like, dude asked me that before the first game of the season. And I told him, bro, I do not know, bro. I gotta see what we're gonna do. He asked me later on in the season, probably after we lost to Alabama, y'all gonna win a natty this year? I'm like, bro, now you trolling, because at the end of the day, we can't. That's y'all putting that on us. That's all these, not y'all in the chat, but that's all these fan bases, all these other program fan bases. Y'all the ones scared of us. That's why they keep asking, you gonna win a natty? You gonna win a natty? Because obviously they don't want us to win one. But at the end of the day, man, look, man, it is what it is. I gotta see what we looking at. I gotta see what we looking like. I think we would have lost to South Carolina. I think so. Yeah, especially the way Carson was playing those few weeks. Yeah, we probably would have lost to him. You know, if not, it would have been a very close game. If not, it would have been a very close game. So I definitely can agree with you on that, AP. But what I won't agree with is the mindset to think that we're gonna play for a natty every single. I'm not even expecting that. You know, after the 23 season, I think that's when I told myself, you can't expect it. After the 23 season, like right after that season, I told myself, I said, you know what? I can't expect us to win natties every single, and I can't expect us to go undefeated every single season. So when you get that in your mind, that's when you will be more comfortable about what's going on at Georgia. But until then, you just going to be fighting with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You just going to be fighting with yourself. I'm at work. What's up, Major? Go Dogs. It's crazy how Carson hit the portal. Yeah, he did, man. He hit that portal, and he hit it hard. Cash Jones said he's going to come back. And I like Cash Jones. I like Cash Jones because Cash Jones is a dog, in my opinion. He go hard. He run hard. You know what I mean? He do his part. He's a supporting cast member in the running back room. He do his part. So, yeah, that's good that Cash Jones is coming back. We can use him. But we can't predict. I'm not going to predict nothing bad to happen. If it does, then it does. But like I said, I'm already in a space right now where I'm not expecting, even next season, I'm not expecting us to win no national. I'm just not, because, the wide receivers got to form some chemistry. Dudes be getting in trouble, off field. Dudes be getting in trouble. Why you think Carson hit the portal? Because I think he lost his quarterback spot. Yeah, I don't even know if that's the reason why he left. That probably is sincere. But the dude, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I just don't know. Because I think we'll just be arguing back and forth. I'm not just saying you sincere, but the whole chat will just be, giving our opinions, going back and forth about why he left. If he's gone, he's gone. It's time to move on. I would have wanted him to stay. Y'all know how I feel about him. I would have wanted him to stay. But hey, man, we got to move on. We got to go with y'all got Gunner Stockton. So I'm willing to stand behind him, but I still ain't sold on him. Bobby said, "Ain't no way he lost his spot to Gunner." I don't know. I don't know. I'll let y'all make all the predictions on that type of stuff, cause and unless I hear it out his mouth, or I don't know why. Do you guys think it would have been better for him to go to the NFL draft with how weak this quarterback class is? I think it would have been better. I think it would have been better for him to go ahead and go. Since it said, to me personally, I think Ryan gonna start over Gunner in the offseason. Watch. I want him to. I want to see Ryan, but even without Ryan having any experience, I'd rather see Ryan than Gunner. Right now, as if right now, from what we've seen from him right now, I'd rather see Gunner. I mean, Ryan Puglisi. I've been going a whole hour and 30. God damn, I was getting ready to watch them highlights. I think it was about the money. He damn sure was not getting another $4 million out of Georgia. Gunner will start. Why? Because Gunner knows the offense better. I can already hear Kirby saying it. Well, we'll see next year, right? Well, this year in September. We'll see. We'll see what Gunner gonna do. I'm willing to roll with it, and but my only thing I don't like about Kirby is that Kirby, it don't matter what a player doing, he's still gonna keep him in. We've never seen him. The only time we've seen him put another quarterback in is when you had the black quarterback. That's the only time we've ever seen Kirby Smart take a quarterback out, when you had DeJuan Mathis. Armando TV said if Puglisi is better quarterback, then he will be quarterback one coming out of camp. Tay said, I believe Gunner plays solid. He can pass and have legs. I just think he haven't had the college game experience until he played a top 5 defense. Yeah, okay. Tuck Dog 03. No way Ryan is better than Gunner. If so, Ryan would have started the playoff game. Well, we can't necessarily say right now, man. Only time gonna tell. And in the spring, time is definitely gonna tell who's the better quarterback. So that's why I don't like to, I like to have these conversations, but we'll just be debating forever about, because everybody gonna have their own opinion, and which is cool. But yeah, only time will tell. Gunner was the best player on the offense versus Notre Dame anyway. It's Gunner's job to lose. Sincere Harper said, I think we need to switch our offense plays. Tuck Dog 03 said, facts. Only time will tell, bro. Yeah, it is what it is. Only time will tell, bro. Like, it's pointless for us to keep saying who's better, because at the end of the day, Gunner was the backup. So we already knew that. We already knew Gunner was the backup. Maybe he felt like Ryan wasn't ready, but then I ain't gonna lie, it didn't look like Gunner was much ready either. I mean, maybe he was more ready than Puglisi, but only time gonna tell who's gonna get that starting position this up and coming season. But that's just how I feel. I feel like I would rather see Ryan. I mean, we can say who's doing better or who we think doing better, but I'ma still have my opinion, just like y'all got yours. I'ma still have my opinion on which one that I feel like will do better. Sincere Harper, man, don't go into this Mike Bobo stuff with AP, cause he gon' look. There it is already. Come on, man. We off of Mike Bobo right now. You came in a little late, Sincere. We off of Bobo. Yeah, Tuck dog. Yeah, like if you been watching the channel, you already know, man, that Jaden Rashada had more experience than both of them. Yeah, he only had what 2 starts, but he still had more experience than all of them. We'll see after Tay said we'll see after spring camp. Gunner would transfer if Ryan get the best. Yeah, yeah. My thing is I'm all about experience, right? I'm all about experience. So, and I think Kirby, somewhat is about experience also. I've seen him say it a couple of times. It's all about experience. Everybody is saying that Rashada probably didn't know the playbook, but we don't actually know. We don't actually know that to be true. We can, like I say, that's why I always say it's pointless to speculate, right? Because he's gone already. So it's kind of pointless to keep speculating about, stuff with Carson, why Carson Beck left, why Jaden Rashada left. At the end of the day, those guys are gone, So we got to move on, right? So at this point, the only talk that we need to be speaking on is really Gunner and Puglisi. That I think that's the only thing that we need to be talking about right now is Gunner and Puglisi. And like I say, everybody gonna have their favorites. Everybody gonna have their opinion. Y'all already know my opinion. Like, I ain't seen nothing from Gunner to say that, he's gonna be just this dog for Georgia. Did he play well at times? Yeah. Realistic one, would you rather have the most productive quarterback or the most talented quarterback? Most casual fans want the most talented quarterback, but I'll take the most productive all day. Never say die. Our running back room will be the best in the country. Watch. Y'all talking about the Penn State game? I don't give a damn which one. I don't know. I don't know who I'm gonna give it to. Oh my God, Bobby Chulo, bro. You got you. We got the same type of mindset, bro. He said, what did y'all see in Gunner in that Notre Dame game to say he is the guy? Please enlighten me. That's all I've been saying too. I've been saying that for the longest. I've been saying that, like, yeah, he did good with, against Texas in the second half, but I really didn't see nothing that stood out to me. It was nothing that stood out to me versus Notre Dame with Gunner Stockton. It was nothing. Yeah, he had 234 yards with a touchdown, but I mean, you talking about a team that couldn't score. We wouldn't have been talking about that one touchdown with 234 yards if Notre Dame could fucking put some points on the board. If Notre Dame would have been putting some points on the board, nobody would be talking about they want Gunner Stockton. Notre Dame could not put any points on the board, man. They couldn't score a touchdown. Yeah, the punt return, but outside of that, they could not score a damn touchdown. So of course, with the game being somewhat close like that, but if they would have been able to score on Georgia, nobody would have been talking about Gunner is the man for the job. Nobody would have been talking about that. That's what I'm saying. Bobby Chulo, you with me on that though? He threw a pick in the Texas game. Did I miss something? I mean, he started out good. He was moving the ball. Let's give him credit. He was moving the ball in the Texas game, but versus Texas is better than Notre Dame. Texas is better than Notre Dame, right? So why wasn't he able to do anything against Notre Dame? Oh, Mike Bobo. My bad. It was Mike Bobo's fault. My bad. It was Mike Bobo's fault, Bobby Chulo. According to everybody, it was Mike Bobo's fault. Brandon Lee said, LOL, don't get AP started, dog. I'm trying not to speak about Mike Bobo, but, I mean, I figured that was going to be the answer to why, Gunner threw interception. Gunner almost got his head tore off, and Gunner, didn't do very much against Notre Dame, a team that could barely score. Like, you can't not speak about Bobo. He is man, you're a fool, man. You're a fool. AP can't stand Bobo. Damn, boy. I done been going for an hour and 41, man. I'm about to get up off of here. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody, man. I'm about to get off, man. I appreciate everybody. AP, Brandon Lee, Bobby Chulo, Never Say Die, Tay, Sincere Harper, Tuck Dog 03, who else? Armando Black TV. Who else, man? Let's go up some more. Who else, man? Cujo, Main C, Spank, Jessica, Reggie, who else, man? I appreciate all y'all coming out. Y'all know when we talk chicken bone news. Who else? Who else? Kevin Sexton. Who else? Primetime Dog. Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all stepping off in here, man. Like I really do. Dogs Rolling Loud. Orange Juice Joan 225 girl. Joe Waldrop. Yeah, I appreciate everybody, man, that stepped off in the live and the ones that was watching and didn't comment, man. Shout out to y'all as well, man. Y'all keep vibing with me, man. We have some great talks when it comes to this Georgia Bulldog team. We always have great talks. If this is the first time you've been in the live, continue to come to the live and enjoy these talks, man, because we have some good talks, man. We sit back and talk for a while. I always go for an hour. This is probably the longest I done been in a couple of lives, but, man, I appreciate y'all coming and kicking it with me, man. Yeah, let's continue to do this in this off season. Let's continue to do this. Regardless of anybody's opinion, everybody's opinion matters. Regardless if you're right or wrong, your opinion matters if you're a dog. If you ain't a dog, then your opinion don't matter at all. But shout out to Brandon Lee because he been rocking too, and he's a what are you a Wisconsin fan? And he ain't even a fan of the dog, but he been rocking, man. Bobby Chulo, when is your next live? It won't be what's tomorrow? Friday. It may be Saturday or Sunday. So tune in, hit the bell, man, so you can get notified. Realist said, this is my first time here. Good show. I'm subscribing now. Hey, I appreciate you. Brandon Lee said, I'm a Nebraska. Yeah, Nebraska. You was talking about Dylan Raiola. Yeah. Shout out to Brandon Lee, man. He's a Nebraska fan up in the chat. And he rocking, man. So shout out to him, man, for rocking with the doghouse. You know? In other words, your opinion don't matter, Brandon. Come on, AP now. Hey, nah, AP. Brandon Lee been rocking, bro. Brandon Lee been rocking. He ain't said nothing negative since he been in the live. So, and he done been in the live a couple times. I didn't even know he was a Nebraska fan like that. But nah, AP, he a dog. Nah, I said it. I said it. Yeah, I said it. If you're not a dog, then your opinion don't matter. I did say that. But when it comes to people that's respectful and they in the live and they showing love to the dogs, I gotta show that love back, AP. That's all I'm saying, bro. No matter, no matter who it is. I got to show the love back. But at the end of the day, man, hey, go dogs. Who you got winning tonight's game, bro? Who you got winning? I'll say that. Who you got winning? Who you got winning? That's gonna be the last thing I speak on before we get out of here. Penn State. Shit, this is scratchy. Hold on. I don't know, bro. I know I'm about to get out of here, though. Oh, I hear it. I hear it. All right, y'all. I'm out. Go dogs.